Last orders at the bar, please.
Welcome to Tavern Tales, a curated 5e Dungeons & Dragons adventure set in the tales of the Yawning Portal campaign module by Wizards of the Coast. Previously on Tavern Tales, as the blue light bobbed ahead, our party, led by Penny, has triggered a terrible trap as wooden walls have fallen and sand begins to fill the area.
Come sit down and drink with the enemy, raise a glass and toast to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So come sit down and laugh with the enemy, raise a glass and sing to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So I won't end up being alone, 'cause I won't drink my drink alone. So what about you? One beer or two, I'll drink to you.
Sand is filling quickly. And Maryland, what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know what to do, guys. We're going to die in here. I was going to try to tell Tex to paint a freaking door.
We still can't hear them, can we?
Nobody said anything or done anything yet.
I'm going to get right down to the ground.
'Kay.
So that I'm like,
Sure, yeah. Sand starts pouring all over you.
I'm going to cover my face from the sand so I can
sweep it
yell
away
through
with
the
my
crack.
Yeah.
Tex, use the paint, damn it. The paint, paint a door, paint something. I don't care. Get us out, please.
Cool. Awesome. There is now, after you finish this, 1 foot of sand on the floor. That's right.
Is it sweeping out?
A whole foot of sand.
Is it slowly going out from
No.
the crack? How not? Sand, crack.
It's not a liquid. It's only an
builds
inch
up.
high.
It builds up. It's like when you pile cereal.
So, there is now a foot of sand in this space.
How long would it take me to paint a door? Because my concern is that if I paint the door, they're gonna be completely covered in sand.
Maybe.
It's worth a
She doesn't-
try.
You don't even know about the sand.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm retconning. My bad.
Yeah, it's okay. No, I mean, like, you're like, well, is that going to take... You can always say something back.
None of this happened. We saw the trap.
No, it's not
Paige
fun.
is giving me a look and has 3 white gems in her hand. You saw nothing.
It's
she
all a
says.
dream.
I just was really loud and insistent.
This was an alternate universe that things happened in, and not this one.
Like, if you want to spend white gems, I'm not going to stop you.
Okay, what is our solid plan of getting out of here?
I'm still panicking.
I'm
Like,
playing
you're
with a
panicking
finger.
in a foot of snow. Like you can't get the finger underneath anymore because there's a foot of sand
Yeah.
in the
So now
trap
I'm
area.
freaking out
Cool. Okay. I love it.
because I can't play with my finger.
I'll try painting a door or a hole, I guess, in the wall.
Sure. Huh?
See if that works.
Pull out your paints. Start painting.
I paint.
The
Gotta paint.
immovable rod is buried
I
in
know.
this sand.
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, how do I get that out? Can I get it out? Can I dig and get it?
I mean, yeah, it's only a foot of sand. It's
Okay.
easy to, you know
Dig,
where
dig,
exactly
dig,
where
dig,
it is.
dig. Whoop.
Yeah. You pull the immovable rod, you push the button, pull it out,
Yep.
and the door goes ka-chonk. And I don't know about you, but it sure the fuck seems like me the sand pours even faster after that happens. Did it really? Is that just theatrics? We'll never know. But after another 30 seconds, there's another foot of sand. And this is all difficult terrain for the 3 of you to move around.
How far along am I in my door painting?
Dude, you are 30 seconds into painting a door.
Okay.
Maybe. You may have got you don't know anything about needing to do this quickly.
Oh,
They're
geez.
just trapped. So you pull out your paints, start to mix some colors to build. Are you painting a door? Or are you painting
I'm going to paint
hole?
a happy little door.
Maybe a window?
Just open a window.
Just paint a hole, damn it. Paint a hole.
When God closes a door, forcefully in your face. Some adventurer paints a window.
So I'm painting a door.
Cool. A happy little door. Is it a polka dot door?
No, it's a happy
We'll
little
see you
door.
soon at the polka dot door.
Polka dot door.
Smiles and
Polka dot door.
faces and a whole lot more.
Sure.
The polka dot door. Great. So, Alabama, you have no idea if anybody's doing anything. How are you going to save yourself?
Do you mean how is Alabama going to save himself or
Yeah.
is sassy old granny?
I would like to know what Alabama does when he freaks out.
He starts trying to climb the wall.
Oh, cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
He tries, so he climbs the wall and then finally realizes where the sand is coming from and he tries to plug the holes.
There are like 14 holes.
Yep, he's trying. He uses
And they
his
are
finger for one of
I was
them.
gonna say.
They are spaced evenly out. They are 3 inches in diameter, and they are 19 feet up in the air. Furthermore, they stretch in regular intervals, 7 on a side, all the way down 20 feet.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You get to the top of one wall. Ironically, there is no lime on these walls.
That's
You get to the top of this wall, barely, because there's sand streaming out of it. Sure, somehow you can manage to get to the top, and you can plug up the one hole, but you can't reach any of the other holes.
Did I see that worked?
Well, as long as Alabama is holding his hand as hard as he can against it, he stymies the flow of sand.
Can I spread my wings and
It's
catch all the sand?
it's ineffective, but you try if you would like to.
They're bat wings. It's like a leather net.
Totally. Alabama has stopped 3 of the wall holes without even needing to make a check. Penny, in your panic state, the flow of sand in the other holes just comes out even faster.
So Penny's still panicking, but is kind of like giving up on her shovel. I think it's buried in the sand now. It was just coming out. So
Got your
fast.
shovel's sticking out of the sand. It's easy. I mean, it's only like now the sand is 3. It's been a minute and a half, and the sand is 3 feet deep.
Well, she's abandoned the shovel.
Okay.
It's abandoned. She is now going to do prestidigitation to get rid of at least 1 foot of the sand, so they have
No,
another
it just
minute of
cleans
life.
the sand. It doesn't remove the sand.
Damn it! That was all I had.
Sparkly and shiny sand. It glitters in the light of your continual flame torches.
You are all blind.
Okay, then
How's the door coming along?
Yeah, I mean, I think it takes a good amount of time to paint a door. I would think. I mean, you're painting a real door.
In a goddamn hole.
Even if he was painting a hole, he would still have to paint that whole surface. That takes longer than a minute, I would think. I don't know how much surface area he can get with his little paintbrushes. So, painting away. Do you want to describe your painting?
It's a normal pace because
Okay.
I was just instructed to paint a door, so
Yeah.
I'm just painting a door.
He's doing like the most intricate, beautiful.
It's a beautiful door.
Yeah, I love it. Great.
Does anybody have a shield? No? Do I have a shield?
Yes, I
Yes.
have a shield.
Lay your shield down on the sand and keep lifting it up, because in that way you don't sink and get trapped in it like sinking sand. It's what they do in granaries for corn. You put a flat plank down.
Yeah, but Maryland doesn't know that.
I'm an anthropologist. It's culture.
make her roll for it.
It would be a study of culture and practices.
I mean, I know you're saying these things. Alabama is hanging from the wall right now, trying to spread his wings to stop the flow of sand. You have great ideas. You see the shield hanging from the back of Alabama. Moving on.
Fire bolt.
All
I'll do
right.
it.
You can cast Fireball at the wall.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
It's made
No,
of
at
wood.
the wooden wall.
Oh.
Yeah, go
wood,
ahead.
fire.
Okay,
Bernie,
do
Bernie.
it.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
All right.
We're all gonna die. I mean, we're gonna die anyways.
18.
Well, you rolled an 18. Oh my goodness, you didn't miss the wall.
You're not a stormtrooper.
Sorry.
So roll your damage.
6.
Yeah, so you have seared the wall, charred the wall with your firebolt. It doesn't even look like it's taken like any damage at all.
Well, I'm on the wall. Can I look to see if there's any like hidden
Yes, you may
thingamadads?
make a look. Go ahead, make an investigation check for hidden thingamadads. All right, you're spending a blue gem. And Penny, what are you doing?
She's now gonna pull out her miner's pick
Okay.
and she'd like to climb up to where those holes are because she
It's
figures
20 feet high, but sure. Okay. Somehow you climb up there.
Yeah, so she figures that's the weakest part
Okay.
of the wall,
Yeah.
and just
All right. Make an attack
yeah.
against the wall of the dungeon itself.
Oh, do I have to roll to make sure I hit the wall?
Yeah, sure. I'm just trying to, actually, if you really do poorly, you'll fall down.
16.
Yeah, you don't fall down. You
Yay.
roll whatever your damage is for hitting things with a mining pick.
Was mine an insight?
No, it was investigation.
Damn it.
Think of
I
it
don't
as-
have stats for my pick.
Oh, darn. Roll
Sorry.
a d4.
12.
Total? Yeah, you can't figure anything out, and the flow of sand does not seem to be abating. And when you stop it, you're only stopping 1/14 or 3/14 of it for a small amount of time. You end up falling back down to the sand, but you land in 4 feet of sand. So it's like a poof
It's always smaller.
when you land.
Like the fish keeps getting bigger, like the sand just so fast.
Yes.
I got-
Every 30 seconds, a foot of
I
sand.
know.
It's only been 2 minutes there. Florida man, just hanging out.
I assume they're fine.
Yeah, totally. Tex, painting away.
Paint the door.
Yeah.
I'm going to add some artistic advice.
It's only been a minute and a half to paint how big is the door? 5 foot by 6 foot?
Where's the
Sure.
kicked hole in it?
5 by
mean-
6.
Five seems pretty wide. Like that door over there isn't even 5 feet wide.
Doors are like 2.5 to 3
Sure.
feet.
32 inches to 36 inches. So yeah. So 3 feet. 3
Sure.
feet.
3 feet.
3 feet by 6 feet tall, right?
I'm just surprised we don't hear
How do they
any rushing sounds or
eh?
anything.
Or
Nothing.
because when the thing was raised an inch, I know you're like, it's not liquid, but when sand still
Yeah.
flows, like if you shovel grain or anything like that, it still trickles down and it would trickle out underneath the wall.
No, it didn't. So you don't know this, but the wall is a foot thick. So your inch high doesn't trickle all the way under the wall for them to see it because it's only an inch up and it's a full foot thick. So yes, there's absolutely was sand starting to trickle under that way, but it also hadn't even reached a full foot in the entire room yet. So that's the problem. Is that it's a foot thick wall.
It's a thick ass wall.
Yeah.
Yes. With 2
Which is
C's.
why it's heavy.
Yeah, that's why it's so heavy.
Yeah.
And also why your 6 damage thing is just a char on this wall. This huge trap. Anyway,
How's my minor pick doing on it?
on the wall of the dungeon,
No, on the wall that we're stuck in. That I went whoop-bam.
I thought you climbed up to the wall of the dungeon where the sand is pouring out.
Yeah,
Okay?
and I hit it. With
That's
my
the
pick.
wall of the dungeon itself.
Okay.
Yeah, you hit it. How much damage did you do with your war pick?
5.
Wow. Carved a big chunk of the limestone out of the wall.
And probably more sand is pouring out
No,
now.
I mean,
because I made
it's
the hole
not.
bigger.
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
nothing like that.
I'm about to fireball this bullshit.
All right. Are you going to fireball the wall you're standing near, or are you going to fireball the wall against the other way? By the way, the radius on fireball
It's huge.
is 20 feet,
Burn us all.
Thank you.
and you are all going to be trapped in the radius of this fireball.
This is why I haven't done Thunder Wave. Because we die.
I also have Burning Hands, Flaming Sphere, Scorching Ray. I have a lot of fire.
I see that.
Didn't you use wasn't there one that protected us from things that you had?
We probably have protection from good and evil, but not protection
Oh.
from fire.
No, that would have been the
Or
Magic
from
Circle.
sand.
Protection
Magic
from evil fire.
But Magic Circle is only either inside or outside of it.
Okay, cool. In the interim of this beautiful, nice discussion, the sand is now 5 feet deep. How tall is Maryland Jane?
5'11".
So the top 11 inches of Maryland Jane are immediately visible. I mean, Maryland is not standing on the ground. She's probably standing in some form of the sand at this point.
If I had anything that was flattish on my pack, I would have been trying to use that to stand on it for larger surface area.
So you said there's 5 feet of sand?
5 feet of sand at this point.
So I'm painting for 2.5 minutes.
No, because it took you, they already had a foot of sand by the time she told you.
So just 2 minutes then.
It took you time to pull your paints out and then get everything set up to then begin painting. And now you're painting. I'm going to say it takes 10 minutes for you to paint this door.
Good to know.
So we're going to be gone. Oh, man.
So, all right, you want to spend the gems.
I see no light at the end of this tunnel.
He's painting us a door.
That we're already going to be dead by the time it opens.
Don't we have 20 feet?
The roof is 20 feet high.
We have time.
It's going to take him 10
And
minutes.
You're going to be submerged in sand
Wait, it's going to take him 10 minutes to paint a door?
with the little paintbrushes that he has.
He's itty bitty
It's
pencil
not
brush.
like he's got a roller.
That would make things a lot easier.
That would. We're
Like-
going to remedy this later.
Yeah.
In a 1 foot thick wall.
Yeah, but that's not really, like, he's really going to be dealing with, like, his paints work in cubic feet anyway, so he's only going 1 foot thick for a door, and then the door is going to be 30 feet of his paints, which he's got tons of.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Still painting.
So, the three of you know you've got time, minutes are passing. All Maryland said was, Tex, paint us a door out of here. Is there anything you want to try to do to get Tex to go faster so that you're not trying to swim in 20 feet of sand at the end of 10 minutes? Because you know it's going to take him a while to paint that door. It took him a long time to paint that little raft.
Oh, my raft.
I would like to use thaumaturgy
Cool. Yes. To do what?
to make my loud boomerous voice.
Yes, absolutely. Go for it. What are you going to say?
So I'm going to cast it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say,
What do you say to cast thaumaturgy?
That's what you say. Shit.
what kind of spells do I cast? Oh, right. I remember. Zotzi, I call on you in our time of need to get my acquaintances' attention. I require you. Please bless me with a boisterous
Boisterous.
voice in which I can alert the others on the other side of our assistance that is required. Amen.
Texas.
Seriously?
Texas! And then I yell all of this in the same, but we're getting buried in the sand and we're gonna die. I don't know what the y'all doing out on that other side of the wall, but you need to get us out of here now.
Big smudge of paint.
Well, all right then. I say to myself, and I begin to paint faster, and not like a fully like detailed door, but more just like a hole.
Cool. Yes. Yeah. The still a door, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. You get that outline in black because you got to get the frame of the door. You get to start painting all the wood pieces you need to get. You're like, oh, crap! I got to get the handle. You get the handle done, and you're like, the handle is great. You're like, this. Now the handle is there. It forms, and you're like, perfect. And it's been like 6 minutes now. So there's 13 feet of sand, and in order to remain at the top, you have to make strength or dexterity saving throws. So strength or dexterity saving
please.
throws. So you're spending a blue gem. Okay. Otherwise, and if you fail this, you become restrained and the sand starts piling up on you as you can't really move. You're just stuck there. So how did we do on our checks?
20.
Phew, wow. Swimming. Those wings must be really helpful. How did you do?
5.
Oh.
You got trapped.
I got too busy with yelling and it
Probably.
overcame me.
You were probably still telling him the story of like... And how did we do, Maryland?
18.
Then you also have succeeded. You only needed a 10, but you have become restrained. Now, you can end this restrained condition if you just make another check. So you just keep making the checks until you're not restrained. Unfortunately, you start to get buried under the
The more
sand.
failed one.
Help is a bonus action. Is that something I can do right now? Can I like assist her in like getting on top of the sand?
That's usually in combat. You're offering assistance
We're fighting
so
sand.
that they have...
True story, bro.
DM'd.
Can I give myself guidance?
Yes.
Oh, Zotzi heard me.
Sure. You can grant...
Yourself some guidance.
So you can get some help from your friend. You don't need to use help as a bonus action. You can help your friend and she can have, or he can have advantage on his check. So you're going to roll a d20 and a d4 and a d20 and a d4.
Yeah.
Wow. A 24 on the dice.
That's so funny.
very impressive. Shoots up to the top of the sand.
Like a dolphin.
Yeah. No, like Batman with his cape out stretched.
And it almost looks like bat wings.
And then, of course, you land in the sand and immediately start sinking back down again. So you're constantly fighting this. And you get restrained every now and again because that's just what happens as you keep fighting in the sand. And you're hoping that your voice, your booming thaumaturgy voice, made its way through 1 foot thick wooden wall to the outside for Tex. Tex, you've painted that door handle. You can grab it. You turn the knob and push the door.
No.
And because there's all that sand up against it, the door won't go. And you're like frustrated and unhappy and confused.
I can't pull the door.
We didn't paint any hinges.
Paint the hinges.
Paint the hinges. I would have assumed that I'm not that stupid. I would have painted hinges on the
You
bed.
assume wrong.
You didn't say.
said.
So as soon as he paints the hinges, I'm going to pop the hinges and just pull the door off.
Okay, so he finishes painting the hinges and the door bursts open from the pressure on the other side. You're lined up with the pick when the door slams into you. No damage or anything like that. As you're both pushed back from the door as a torrent of sand comes rushing into the room, and you're all at like the 18-ish foot mark. Your heads are reaching up to the roof itself. You're starting to get desperate. That choking sensation is happening as the dust from the sand being raised is thick. You can't even see each other. You're just hoping that you've managed to keep up. You know, Alabama keeps reaching for Maryland's hand and Maryland keeps batting them away. It's like, I'm going to die alone. I don't care. Penny is squawking and trying to keep her wings because it's so hard with these big wings to get any sort of purchase. And you start to feel a tug on your feet. You're feeling this like pull, like an undertow from the thing, and your head gets shook underneath the sand as each of you, trying desperately to take a quick breath of air, gets sucked down into the sand itself and shot out onto the floor near Texas and Florida Man.
How y'all doing?
Well, it took you long enough.
Doors don't happen in a day.
Well, they should. Sand out of my mouth.
Mark your
How much?
30 feet.
30 feet?
Yeah. Well, there's no way to go forward here. So you go back to where you were before. Or did you ever go down this way in the first place?
Yeah.
And now let us pike into the adventure as we head down the third and final passageway in this part of the Hidden Shrine of Tamoachan. Oh, I read that other part first. I should have said, and of course, it could be that Florida Man, while everyone was looking at that bracelet glowing in the mouth of that eagle, took a peek down the far hallway and was so intrigued by what she saw, she motioned to the group, saying,
This looks interesting. Let's go this way.
And now let us peek into the adventure as we head down the third and final passage in this part of the Hidden Shrine of Tamoachan.
You said that everything kind of, quote unquote, resets.
Yes.
I assume I don't get the 30 feet of paint back?
No, you still don't get that 30 feet of paint
Okay.
back. Yeah, you've used that because we are going through this whole adventure together. Your characters are potentially have gone one way or the other, but for us, you're going through all three.
Whee!
203. I say, oh, that's a paint. I can paint several doors.
So while everybody else, if you don't recall, it's been a couple of game sessions, there was a eagle head, and in the mouth of this eagle was a shiny metal bracelet. You were all intrigued and interested by this metal bracelet that looked like some sort of artifact, looked like it potentially was a magical thing in the mouth of this eagle, holding it just lightly. And Florida Man, less interested in a shiny bracelet, looks down the corridor and sees that along both sides of the corridor, deep in shadows, human figures appear to be floating above the floor. As you approach, you see that the figures, seemingly suspended in the air, are actually withered corpses standing upright on a ledge 2 feet above the floor.
Divine sense.
Yeah, there's nothing. Just dead things.
Gross. I don't want to go that way.
You're looking at the bracelet, of course.
Ooh.
Shiny.
God.
It's really rare to see just corpses like this. Hey, archaeologist lady.
You're mumbling something off in the distance. The other four of them are all looking at that bracelet in the mouth of the eagle.
Shiny.
Yes.
How high up is it?
Oh, it's at, like, for the bracelet?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it and like like go like, it's the shiny thing.
Oh, you're in the corridor, though.
All right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sure. Florida Man comes back, says,
We could just take the bracelet with us.
reaches out, grabs the bracelet.
You
Yeah.
just grab it?
That doesn't seem like a...
Why did that occur to me?
Because normally when we grab things off of things, stuff happens.
Well, nothing's happened.
Did anything happen?
Yeah, you reach out to grab the bracelet.
Yeah.
Cool. As soon as you grab the bracelet, the beak snaps shut on your forearm.
Ah!
And
Saw
that's
that
why
coming.
we don't touch.
You guys were just staring at it.
For that reason.
Maryland is now going to look and see if there's a way to unsnap the beak on Florida Man's arm. Because it's snapped around it, right? Like, or no?
Yep. The mouth is closed over Florida Man's arm.
I think we just gotta cut it off.
You know, that
No,
doesn't
thank
sound
you.
too bad.
I can carterize it after.
Are you still holding on to the bracelet?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, she already has the bracelet. The bracelet's in her hand.
I have the sense that you've wronged me in the past. I'm okay with you losing an arm right now.
She looks down at her hand and it throbs slightly.
I don't remember anything like that.
What happens if you just let go of the bracelet?
I will let go of the bracelet.
Lands with a clatter on the floor. Your mouth is still holding your arm.
Alabama grabs the bracelet and he holds it up to the point of the beak that's around the arm and says, "Here, birdie, birdie." Tries to offer the bracelet back to see if it will let go.
That's really cute.
Thank you.
I'm going to look for a switch on the
Go ahead.
bird.
Make an investigation check.
7.
Yeah, you think that if you press both of the eyes and wiggle your pinky finger in the nostril, you can find something in there. But it's hard because you have to get right up, like climb over Florida Man's arm in order to do all of those things.
Ah, cool. Gotta do it.
Maryland Jane, without saying anything, just starts climbing onto you, Florida Man.
Ah, what are you doing?
Gotta try and get your arm out. Shut up.
Oh.
I'm going to take my fingers and press the eyes, see if they go in at all.
Yeah, they don't seem to go in at all.
I'm going to stick my fingers in the nostrils.
Yeah.
Does that do anything?
No, it doesn't seem to do anything either.
I'm going to now start feeling around the entire head and see if there's like any switch under the chin. Scratch it. No.
Maryland Jane's backpack keeps smacking you in the head as she's rooting around on the thing while sitting on your arm.
Oh.
You could lose some weight.
Oh, she's made of air.
Say, I'm not that heavy.
Fighting
I
words.
guess.
Even air has weight.
I know, but like to lose weight, just whoosh, just blow it out.
Tex, what are you doing?
I'm just, again, like I usually do, I'm just kind of watching this unfold.
Okay, I'm like, Tex, just grab my crowbar and like, let's crowbar the hell out of this bird.
I do that. I grab the crowbar from Florida Man and I try and pry the beak open.
Sure. Yeah, make a check.
What kind of check?
With a crowbar, a strength check.
athletic. Yeah.
Oh boy. Nice. 17.
Yeah, you can't manage to get any sort of
Whoa.
leverage to open it or whatnot. In so doing, you all see that there is a hinge that is in use here, and it is locked in place, this hinge. It seems to be rusty and disallows you from making any movements on the hinge. It won't open the other way at all.
Like I said, we just gotta cut it off.
The hinge?
Your arm.
No, I like my arm.
Can we actually dislodge the head completely? Like smash it up?
Yeah, if you did that, that'd be fine. But then Florida Man's going to be walking around with a big head attached to her arm.
I don't think that's that big of a deal.
Because you're not dealing with the hinge. I mean, you could like break the beak off if you wanted to. You could just start smashing at the beak. Be easier than smashing at the wall to remove the head from the...
I'm going to try and break the beak off the bird using my hammer and pittons. And kind of like tink, tink, tink.
Sure, the pitons are doing piercing damage, and that's not super helpful, but the hammer itself is bludgeoning damage. So yeah, you could just start smashing at it if you'd like to make an attack roll.
14.
You rolled a 14, but you have proficiency with a hammer. You have a strength of +4, so that's at least 20-ish. So you've succeeded. Roll your damage.
7.
So you smash a big chunk of the beak off, but it still has trapped Florida Man.
I'm going to do that again.
All right, do it again. By the way, if you miss by more than 5, you're going to smash into Florida Man's arm.
12.
Ow.
You did not miss by more than 5, but you did not have a successful smash. Is anybody else trying to smash this as well, or is it just Maryland hammering away?
Ooh, I'll use my mace.
Cool. Smash it with your mace.
No. Kill her. Might as well just cut her arm off.
It's either that or my axe.
Oh my gosh.
Which one do you want?
Neither?
How about I just keep going with the hammer?
Oh, yeah, bitch.
Oh, sorry. I misread something, Marie Claire. When she did, when Maryland did 7 points of damage?
Yeah.
7 points of damage, you took 1 point of damage. And when you hit with your 16, you had a 16 at minimum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely hit because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just armor class 16. What's the damage you do?
5.
You take 1 point of damage, Florida Man. Still half this thing is left. Holding Florida Man.
Can you see inside the beak at all? Like, is there any like kind of a button?
There's no button. There's just a hinge. The hinge is rusted.
Yeah.
I wind up
Ooh,
and I hit from the other direction.
Cool.
Wait.
Do it.
Stop.
Sorry. Swinging away.
Ah, no.
Oh, no.
Missed by more than 5. Roll your d6 plus 1.
Oh, no.
All right. You see this swing happening. You can interpose yourself, or you can watch Florida Man take one full on in the kisser.
I'll interpose myself.
Cool. You take 7 points of bashing damage. So Maryland says, wait, and then gets smashed in the head by your mace.
Distracts me.
Does anybody have any oil? I have oil of sharpness.
I have ink. Ink's kind of oily.
We just need
Do
something
you have any oil?
like lamp oil. Because
Oh, I have that.
If you have an explorer's kit, that would make sense.
I have 2 oil flasks for my oil lamp. We haven't been using it because we have these torches.
Continual flame torches. Did you
Yeah.
ever bring them, or were they left on the wagon?
They're part of my pack,
Georgia.
so
Georgia?
they're with me.
Yeah, I think so. Can I have one of those?
I just remember going back to Tulocas Papalocas and all of those jars of oil that you were so busily going after, the 25 gallons of oil in 5 different... Did you take any of that oil?
I thought I put it in the big bag. Didn't we have a big bag?
the Pikachu
The
backpack.
Pikachu backpack.
I've got the Pikachu backpack.
I did fill some of my herbalism vials with it.
Yes, I recall that.
Yeah, I recall that too.
Okay, cool. All right, then you have oil, and you may oil the hinge if you would like
Oh,
to.
you don't need to use mine.
Well,
Use her oil.
Yeah, it's fine.
okay, so I'm going to take the oil and I'm going to start oiling the hinge to make
Cool.
it.
I
Yep.
had 3. Now I have 2.
Sure. You oil the hinge super nicely, and then the beak can be opened.
And then I'm going to just open the beak. There you go. Ow.
The only damage you took was from your friend smashing you.
She took way more
Oh,
damage.
totally.
We need to heal you before we go anywhere.
That's a magical bracelet. So you pick up the stoop and pick up the bracelet. You've got it.
I think that actually Alabama picked it up at one point.
Oh, yeah, because I was trying to feed it back to the bird.
Okay. Alabama has the magical bracelet because it is magical, and you proceed down this corridor.
Before we get too far, does someone have the ability to heal? I'm feeling a bit. I'm going to cure your wounds. Thank you. I've got like minus 27 right now.
Mhm.
I only have 11 hit points left. I'd like some more.
What does this magic bracelet do?
You don't know. So it goes to the goes off to the right near where this eagle's mouth is, and there are evenly spaced these withered corpses looking down on you from their pedestals as you start walking along, and you're being very cautious and you're being very careful as you proceed. However, as soon as all of you are in the corridor itself and you're moving and you reach about the halfway point, white flames erupt from the eyes of all of these withered corpses as you've passed some sort of barrier, triggering a animate dead spell as all of these corpses shamble to life with flames where their eyes once were. We're going to roll for initiative.
Next time.
Yeah.
Magic circle!
I'm
Dispel
Takes a
magic.
minute to cast.
I'm totally ready to kick some corpse ass.
Raise a glass and drink with the enemy. Raise a glass and sing with the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on
This concludes this episode of Tavern Tales, a curated Dungeons & Dragons 5e game set in the Tales of the Yawning Portal adventure module by Wizards of the Coast. Our intro and outro music is the song Tavern Tales by the Bad Billy Band. You can find out more about the Bad Billy Band on iTunes or at www.badbillyband.com or follow them on Twitter at badbillyband. Thanks for listening. Please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes or find us on Twitter at tavern_tales. We'll be back next week with more of the adventure.